Hi friends, Mindy here. I have a flip through for you today of my completed journal for On the Brink from Bythewell4God. I created this journal. I do have a process video for that. I will put the playlist for all of these videos down in the description if you want to check those out. I use a twine binding method on this journal so that I could slide the pages in and out and work on them individually. Just because of all of the mixed media stuff, it was just easier to do it that way. So you can see my little journal ended up quite chunky, quite thick, and I love that. So each day kind of has its own signature. So for day one, I just have some tissue that I collaged down and then put some crackle texture paste over the top with some inks. I used one of the ephemera pieces from the kit here, and then this little acrylic butterfly was actually from, or acetate butterfly was from my stash. And then on the inside, I used some dictionary page in the background, and I put some of the paper from the kit just in a few different sections to create a pocket and just to give the background some interest. And then I used this little pocket from my stash, and I have some more of my notes in there. And then I used the little circle sticker. I just put it on cardstock, and then I'm using that as the closure for that little envelope. And then I have my cards here. So that is for day one. Day two has a process video, and I have several process videos where you will kind of see me creating a full page, and then I split it in half. And so further back in the journal will be like the other half of this page, if that makes sense. But I kind of started the basic substrate and then split it in half. So this is day two. This is some Tim Holtz tissue in the background, some Bythewell4God paper over the top. And then on the inside, I just did some stamping and some stenciling and kept it really simple. And then I used one of the journaling cards as a pocket, and then one of the file folders as well to hold some of the other notes. Day three has a process video as well. This has some texture in the background and some like acrylic inks. And then I have some black texture paste over the top of that with that new alpha that they came out this month, which I just love. And I really wanted this kind of word to be the focus for this day, which is why I have that on the front there. And then on the inside, I just have some piano roll that I stamped on with those mixed media marks stamps that I love. And then I added a glassine envelope and a sticker and used one of the pockets as well to hold some of the other notes. So that is day three. Day four also has a process video, and this one I kind of had some collaged papers. I don't know if you can see it more back on the back side. Some of the papers from that, match the kit. And then on the front, I really just I drew this wonky heart and then just kind of really focused on this one section. You can kind of see some of the paper right here. And then kind of blurred out the background. And so this page further down will look completely different. But so this is day three. Like I said, or day four, excuse me. There is a process video for that. And then on the inside, I created these pockets for my notes, and I actually used the backer that came with the kit that had all the stickers and stuff in it, just because I didn't want it to go to waste. And so it made perfect little pockets for the inside of this day. Day five also has a process video, and I used some of the flowers here from the kit and some of the butterflies. This is one of the ephemera, and then these are the two clear stickers just for the front of that one. And then on the inside, I put some music paper, and again, a file folder and a pocket from the kit, and then some of the stickers just to add a little bit of color to the background. And then I put the title starter over here on the right, or on the left, just kind of going lengthwise up the side. And then day six does not have a process video, but it's just the other half of one of those pages. I think that's actually the other half of, yes, day one. And so on the inside, I just created some pockets with the Bythewell4God paper. I did some stenciling in the background. That's a Tim Holtz stencil, and added my journaling in the little pockets that I created there. Day seven does not have a process video either, but you can kind of see where some of these papers are in the background. This is the other half of that day that had the heart this day. So this is the other half of that paper. So kind of working this way gave me sort of a 2-for-1 situation, which actually worked out really well. But I did some stamping and some texture paste, and then I just added this journaling card for focal image on the front. And then on the inside, I used this Bythewell4God paper, and this was like the bottom section. The paper is 6x8, so I just put that part down here and then just left that, and then I added all of my notes over here behind this journaling card as a pocket, so that you can have all the little flashcards and everything are just kind of tucked in there. Day 8 is another page. This is that has some Tim Holtz tissue in the background, and then I had stenciled with my picket fence distress paint, sorry. And it was staying really sticky, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of behaving weird. So I added some distress glaze over the top and then dried it, and I really love kind of how those little splotches came out in the background. It just added a lot of texture, but you can kind of still see the white paint through there. So I really liked how that came out. Added some of the ephemera pieces with the butterflies, and then on the inside I added one of the pockets. I have some of the stickers here, and then I had this vellum in my stash that's just printed vellum, and I just added a little pocket because I still wanted to be able to see this card. This particular paper and these images were really like the inspiration for how I worked through this journal. And so I didn't want to hide it. And so this background paper is just some coffee dyed paper. This is day 9, and there is a process video for this page, and you'll see the other half of this page on day 14, I think it is. I added another one of the journaling cards here again for the focal image on the front, and I just used some of the distress paints. I used some acrylic inks and some stamping, and just created the texture for this one. I really love how that page came out. And then on the inside, again, I have that beautiful paper, and I actually left, so whenever I'm, creating, I'm kind of messy. And so I got some paint on the inside, but I actually really like how that looked. So I just added some of the clear stickers, and I just feel like it makes it kind of flow all the way through there. And then I just have I just created the 2 pockets. I used one of the flashcards actually here for this day so I could stamp that it was day 9. And again, I have the title starter on here as well, and just loving that paper. So day 10 does not have a process video, but I actually, again, just used that full paper. I was hoarding it, and then I started realizing like I needed to start using it. So I did add a couple of the ephemera pieces. This is some black like fabric tape. It's gaffer tape that I use for bookbinding, but I thought it was just a nice contrast with everything in the background there. And then just a couple simple pockets on the inside here. Used the file folder and then some of the leftover paper just to create my little pockets here. And then I did some stenciling in the background just to add a little interest for the inside. This is day 11, and again, this is, another page from before, and another flashcard, excuse me, not flashcard, another journaling card that I use as a focal image. I didn't use the ephemera pieces so much because they were just a little too small in scale. I really wanted like a focal image, and I had enough of the other journaling cards that I was able to use, so I used these pretty frequently for focal images on the front. And I love this mixed media stamps. I just love those. So this day actually had a journaling card associated with it, so I put that in here, and then I used another file folder here. I glued this one down just on the side and the bottom so that I have kind of a double pocket. So I have this part to hold some of these flashcards and things, and then on the back side I have one of the journaling cards and a few of the little stickers to go along with this as well. And then day 12 is another day where I just used the pattern paper. This was the texture that came with the devotional kit, and so I just glued that on here. I have a couple of the papers, and then one of the butterfly ephemera pieces. And on the inside I put some more music paper, one of the other pockets, some more of the paper, and then I added some stickers on there just to bring again just some little pieces of color, some little pops of color in there. Day 13, there is a process video for this one. This is the Hubby Dubs version, so that's where my husband does the voiceover, which was pretty funny. His names for the paints were pretty hilarious. If you haven't seen that video, again, the playlist will be down in the description. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it's pretty funny. And so I did a lot with like some acrylic inks and different things on here. And then I have the ephemera piece from the kit that's just on some foam dots there. And then on the inside, just some of the pattern paper and a couple of pockets for all of my journaling. And then day 14, again, this is the other half of that page previously. Again, another journaling card as a focal image. And then in this one, you can see I just kept this one a little bit lighter with the colors that I used. And then I have some vintage ledger in the background here. And this was from like $18.99. This paper is amazing. And then I just created this kind of pocket using some of the flowers from the ephemera pieces. And then I stamped the day right over the top of that. And then I created a pocket out of that. So I have my journaling card there and some of the flashcards. And then I use the file folder as well over here for some of these other notes that I had. And that is how the back side of that looks. And that's it for me. So this was a lot of fun for me. I really enjoyed kind of dabbling back into the mixed media aspect of all of this, just getting out all of the inks and paints and textures and all of that. It's just a lot of fun. So anyway, if you liked this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.